Hey guys, dearyoongi here and welcome back to my channel. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for 300 subscribers. I really appreciate your support. Okay, for today's video I'm actually going to be focusing a little closer on something I mentioned in my previous video. In my recent reacting to Reddit unpopular K-pop opinions video, one of the comments I reacted to was somebody stating that Felix from Stray Kids would really suit a rock or indie concept, and this got me thinking that there are many other idols who would also suit a more rock or indie image as opposed to the idol one. So I will be talking about some of them in today's video. A few little disclaimers as usual before we start. I'm in no way insinuating that these idols' current images aren't good enough. I'm simply suggesting another style I think will suit them, and although I have a GCSE music qualification lol, I'm in no way claiming to be an expert in these particular genres, so please take these with a pinch of salt. These are simply my opinions. I will just be focusing on male idols in this video, but if you guys enjoy this one then I may look at doing a similar video for female idols in the future. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. I think it's fair that we start with none other than the inspiration behind this video. Stray Kids Felix. Like I mentioned in my previous video, Felix has both the look and the overall aura to make this work. That blonde mullet and the red eye makeup he had for some time during Backdoor era would have been perfect aesthetically if he was to front say an indie group for example. His voice is so unique for K-pop in the sense that I can't really think of many people at all who compete with him in terms of that gruff deep sort of quality he has to his voice, and there's so many different directions he could go in with it. I don't think there's many concepts in the rock genre that he couldn't do, even harder ones with more of a scream concept if he wanted to, and it's very rare that I can see somebody who does not do that style of music already and can picture them doing it, but with him I can. The next idol I want to talk about I think a lot of people will see why I'm including in this list. BTS's Jungkook. For some time, Jungkook has mentioned how much he really wanted to get tattoos someday etc, and now that he has finally started to change up his image, it's really nice to see him growing into the image he clearly wants. I don't mean to impose any stereotypes of how quote unquote rockstar is supposed to look per se, but long hair tatted up Jungkook looks the part. Now it's just a case of if he could do the part, and you know what, I think he could. I genuinely think Jungkook is so versatile that there are even more sides to his capabilities that we simply haven't seen yet, and I could picture him putting these to use in perhaps a pop punk band. Next up, call me lame guys, but I'm excited to talk about because this one makes so much sense to me. 80s is Hangjung. I think for me Hangjung represents that like new age of rock / indie music with artists who aren't afraid to push boundaries, even more so than the rock legends we all know and love. These artists challenge gender norms and aren't afraid to express themselves with their style, and if you ask me to name one K-pop idol who this reminds me of, I immediately think of Hangjung. Although he's only been active for a few years, I think he is a perfect example of the future of music where people manage to make a difference, and his image would be a perfect representation of this. We also know from his cover revamp of Numb by Linkin Park for example, that he could pull off a rock / indie concept without a doubt, and 80s releases can be quite hard sometimes, so I think it would be super cool for him to create a sort of rock and rap fusion. While we are on the topic of breaking boundaries and norms, this next person needs no introduction. Shine is Taemin. I feel like Taemin is pretty much known for his artistry, in particular at this point, his ability to pull off any and every concept, and I realize it even more now that he has released Advice, which is yet again an even bigger challenge. The leap for him to head into a glam rock concept from something like Advice is not that big, and you're telling me that he doesn't have the image? Of course he does. His long black and silver hair for Advice era just simply pointed out that he could create said image in various ways. Honestly, I know I'm very Taemin biased, but I know if given opportunity this is something he could pull off. Something Freddie Mercury-esque for example. I think it would be so great. Also, can we just take a second to remember 2 words guys? Internet war. I'll leave it to you guys to either watch that video for the first or 500th time depending on whether you were a shawol when it came out, but hopefully it helps prove my point lol. Next up on our list I have Lim Jabum, aka formerly GOT7's JB. JB has always been unapologetic. He's true to himself. He does what he wants simply because he wants to, and he knows his style, and these are traits I think we'll all agree we see in rock stars or the frontmen of a rock band. I know he has joined J Park's label now, so it's likely we may see him take a more hip hop route, but I think if he chose to pursue a harder rock image, I think he could do it and it would work. He has the attitude, which is a huge part of it. He has the versatile voice and he has the image. I think he has the full package for this sort of concept. Next one I think may require some thinking, so hear me out. Block B's Tail. Tail has always been known for his powerhouse vocals. The man's got pipes and he knows how to use them. And I think one great staple feature of many rock groups I haven't actually addressed yet is the very strong male lead vocals some groups have. These artists' main instrumental contribution to their group is the ability to belt out any note and make it look easy. I have always been in awe of Tail and the fact he does this. When I see him perform I do just think wow, he sounds like he eats CDs for breakfast. Also, not to keep bringing it back to image, but of course that is a huge aspect of this genre. The man has always had a punk side that I think has been itching to come out. I mean come on. He's pint-sized and looks like he wouldn't hurt a fly, but he's also covered in tats. The man has a giant bat on his neck lol. And last but not least for this video, I want to talk about one more soloist. Dawn, formerly of Pentagon. As I mentioned earlier when talking about Hanjung, I do think the future of the rock, indie and punk genres is continuing to push societal norms, kinda like how so many artists have been doing for so many years. It's not like we haven't seen rap in rock and punk done before. Of course we have, even in K-pop who have Flying Sunghub who is one of their front men, but also a rapper. But Dawn's current image is more on the hip hop side, and I really think he could pull off a rap/punk fusion concept. I don't have to tell you he has the look, we are all very aware of that. And hey, regardless of what some people say, I personally like it and I think it suits him. But with his amazing producing skills, imagine what he could do if he wrote a rap to more of a punk track and released that. He would smash it, your OMG. We all know rock doesn't have to strictly be scream or singing, and the likes of Linkin Park have very successfully combined rap and rock. I reckon Dawn would be able to do the same. Okay guys, and that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching if you got this far, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you can think of any more idols who would be ideal rock front men or women. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Oh, also I have a stan Twitter, so give that a follow because I'm there whenever I'm not here, and always follow back fellow K-pop stans. Okay, that's all. Thank you again and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.